welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm still trying to figure out this channel. I want to make it geared towards more lifestyle and wellness and maybe a little bit of vlog type of thing going on here, but I'm still trying to figure it out, and mostly I've just been kind of sitting here and talking. So hopefully I'll get into more of a groove and find my identity with this channel. I do have a music channel called Ali Sky Music, ALI space Sky space music. So if you want to go follow me on my music channel, I did catch some momentum on that channel. I started really doing more on around September of last month, and so I'm going to keep going with that channel. I also wanted to create this channel too because I also like talking about different topics other than music, and I didn't want to confuse the algorithm, so I started this so there's this other channel here that I've been still trying to find my identity with this whole time. So it is 2025. I think it's going to be a really good year. Today I did some meditation, processing. I went for a hike. I took a cold shower. I ate some food. And so I've been trying to keep up with having some kind of good wellness routine, wellness practices. It's not going to be the same thing every single day. I know that, at least with me, I don't think my morning routine is going to look the same exact way every single day. And I know some people do have that. So I feel like you just have to find what works for you. And so I'm still trying to find that as well in my life to create more balance in my life. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the way that things are going, but they can always get better. So I definitely want to work on improving my health, I have really good health as it is, but things can always get better. And in 2024, I did kind of go off of my diet. I used to have a really strict diet of just gluten-free, no sugar. It was vegan. It was, there was a lot. I did no nightshades or minimal nightshades, which is potatoes, tomatoes, there's eggplants, there's certain things called nightshades, certain types of vegetables that have some kind of, some things that some people find harder to digest. So I used to have this really strict diet for several years, and I guess 2024 was definitely the year that I decided, hey, let me see if I can eat more things again. And I saw what happened from that. It wasn't good, especially gluten, pesticides, a lot of things in restaurant foods. I started getting headaches, and I think the headaches was from eating gluten with the pesticides in it. So I have to cut back on that. So 2024 was kind of an experimental year because my workout routine did become more consistent, and it's been consistent for a while now. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can try things now that I'm working out consistently. But the diet still really is important. So I found that out. And so 2025, I'm just going to try to hone in and polish my diet more again. It might not be as strict as what it was years ago when I was doing that vegan, gluten-free, soy-free. It was a lot of things I wasn't eating. So it might not quite be as strict as that. I might have occasional tofu or something like that if I go out, or I try not to eat, I'm trying not to eat tofu regularly. So in 2024, I was buying tofu from Costco and eating all that. And I think I was just creating a little bit, backtracking in my health a little bit. So I want to move forward. I think the problem with tofu is that too much of it's probably not really good, especially for the thyroid. So I just got to stay away from that. Every body's different. Everyone's different. So I'm not saying don't eat this or don't eat that or eat this and eat that. But I'm just trying to find what works for me. There are certain things from the past that I'm trying to bring back into 2025 and incorporating certain things. So before I started working out a lot, this was years and years ago, around 2016, 2017. That was when I just first started, around 2018, 2017, 2018 was when I started doing more activity, more physical activity. I've always done some level of physical activity, but as far as consistency and working out and calisthenics and stuff like that, I didn't start doing that until probably 2020-ish. But I was building my way up to that. So around 2018, I started doing a lot of cardio, trying to build up my way to working out more rigorously. So before I was building up my workout practice, I was doing a lot of meditation so I could heal and processing and stuff like that. I had done a Vipassana meditation. I'd learned different methods like yoga, and I was doing more slow stuff. And then I found later that also exercise was really helpful too, in just making me feel better. So I feel like it's a combination of like meditation and processing, and then working out, and that I feel like maybe 2025 is the year I can bring all these things together, bring back some of my old practices of meditation and just processing in the body. And what I'm talking about with that is just like when you have like feelings in your body, a lot of times like we carry anxiety with us from when we're children, or all these feelings with us from when we grew up, and then we bring them into our adult life because that's all we've ever known. So these feelings have been stuck inside of us, and until we can process them, they won't come out. And until we can learn how to live in a completely new way, like a completely new paradigm, like all these things and all these feelings come with us, and then we get triggered by things that remind us of our old, like our past and our old wounds and all these things, and it can be a cycle until we disrupt that. And I recommend like Joe Dispenza. He talks about like, you know, disrupting those patterns, and like kind of, you know, like he does these meditations about like imagining your future and bringing it into now. And I think it's a combination of that, but also like we have to process the old feelings too. So I want 2025 to be, you know, I'm still processing things, but I'm like also exercising and moving to clear it, like to clear the things out of the way, getting my diet back together. And yeah, I think I just want this year to be about like putting myself back together in terms of like just polishing myself, polishing my life, creating new things, growing my music, hopefully growing this channel and finding and figuring out what it's going to be about. So I'm excited about this year. One thing I wanted to talk about in this video is like foods, and how much food has an impact on your healing and your health and so much in general. And I don't think it gets talked about enough in school. And I don't think that doctors even learn enough about like dietary nutrition. There's so much disease that I believe is preventable, if we would have, you know, chosen the right foods to eat, chosen foods to eat that are healing instead of harmful. Because so much of the foods in the grocery store, and like I would say like the majority of food on the market, has so much chemicals and so much pesticides and so many things in it that are disruptive and harmful to our health. So Food Babe is awesome. She was calling out Kellogg's for putting red dyes in their food. In America, in the United States, we just have so much, there's actually more toxins in our food than there are in European foods. Of the same foods, you can get a package of Oreos here, and then you can get a package of Oreos in Europe, and like look at the ingredients and they're not the same, which is crazy. And I know there's so many people attempting to educate people about food and the importance of diet, and, you know, choosing whole foods instead of processed foods, like organic whole foods, which are the foods that are going to be healing to us instead of harmful to us. And there's a lot of people who are trying to educate people about it. And so I hope to be one of them, because I've always been passionate about wanting to eat organic. And I started while I was pretty young. I went vegan when I was about 15. And being vegan doesn't mean you're healthy, because I was still eating processed food. I was eating those like Boca burgers. I would never eat those anymore. It's just like processed soy. I was eating a lot of processed foods, but it was a step up for me from the way that I was eating probably. And then once I got out of college, I started, because when I was in college, I was on the meal plan, so I would just eat whatever they had available. When I got out of college, I started looking into eating more healthy. I started looking into like farming and growing food, and, you know, like how important organic foods are versus non-organic foods that have like so many pesticides in them. And pesticides creates a lot of disease. So that's why they're bad. Like there's just like heavy metals in pesticides. There's just like so many chemicals in it that our bodies like actually have to spend time like healing from. And if we continue to eat them, you know, they can cause issues in the body. So staying away from that. Definitely no fast food or anything like that. I was not really into fast food. I would eat like, I think when I got out of college, I ate Taco Bell like a few times, and then eventually I was just like stopped eating like any fast food. So I think my goal with this channel is to really promote like a healthier lifestyle, and just, you know, maybe showing people a little bit of like how I eat, what I'm doing in my life, how I'm trying to heal from things, how I'm trying to live the best life that I can. And no one's perfect, and life definitely has not been perfect, but it's a step-by-step thing, and hopefully I can bring you onto this journey with me. So yeah, that was kind of like, that whole rant was just kind of like a glimpse of like all these things that I want to incorporate into 2025. I want to show you some footage of the hike that I did today. So here is some footage of that. I do think nature is really important, and it's important to try to make time to spend in nature regularly, because I do think it's really healing, you know, having clean air, just even being around all the plants and just grounding our bodies is really important. So it's really important, especially if you live in a building, to try to get out and go to, you know, the park or anything nearby that has, you know, trees and plants or whatever nature looks like in your area. I know some people live in the desert, so maybe that could be that's nature too. So so getting outside, spending some time outside regularly is really important. So yeah, I'm just hoping to show you guys the methods that I'm using to try to create more wellness, more well-being, more balance in my life, more happiness, more joy. I'm just another human being trying over here. So if you're interested, please subscribe, please follow this channel and see where it goes. Who knows where it could go? I'm still trying to figure that out. Please subscribe to my music channel if you want to check out my music. I have original music that I've released. I have a lot of covers that I've done online. I did a lot of live streams on my music channel, so please follow my music journey as well. Thank you so much for watching this. I know it was a little bit all over the place, but thank you. And yeah, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.